Thank you very much. It's a pleasure and a privilege to be here and to share with you on this occasion. I'm no stranger to Albany. My wife went to school at Albany State. And after we were married, I was in school and she was in school. And my daddy gave us $35 as a wedding present. That bought me one bus ticket to Albany and back, and it was 6 months before I saw her again. But it's this kind of program that makes me feel good about our profession. I have to admit, my life didn't begin in the Howard House of Justice. It began in the piney woods, in the red clay, beside the railroad track, on the wrong side of the track. But the thing that made the difference was that I went to a little church, Mount Olive Baptist Church, that was made up of janitors, maids, busboys, service workers. And at the time when I was in school, there was nobody in my church who made more than $25 a week. But when I was graduating from high school, the preacher called me up to the front of the congregation. And back then they used to call you master. He said, "Master Robert, will you come up?" I came up and he says, "We need to do whatever we're able to do." He says, "Master Robert's going to go off to school and try to make a life for himself." And then he pulled out a handkerchief. And he says, "I'm going to pass the plate and put in what you can put in." He passed the plate, and it was a little less than $25 we raised that day. We tied it up in a handkerchief. And he said, "Let us pray over it." Prayed over it, and he said, "Go and make us pray." I had that handkerchief all the way through college, all the way to law school, all the way when I went to Harvard, University of Michigan, University of Virginia. Wherever I went, I took that handkerchief. And when things got a little difficult, and I thought I was in over my head, I pulled out that handkerchief. And I said, somebody invested in me. And they are due a return on their investment. That's what this is about. This is about investing in your community. But because of that, what that little church of janitors and maids did for me, every kid from my church who wanted to go to college got a scholarship from my family. For all the 4 years they were in college. And now that church is receiving a return on its investment. Yes, sir. Because these young people coming out now are creating scholarships in that church. So everybody from that church gets a scholarship, and it doesn't make any difference what the grades are either. They get a scholarship for the 4 years that they're in school. And I think from that church, we have about 7 or 8 lawyers, 2 or 3 doctors, a whole lot of masters, a whole lot of from that church. Every city elected official in that district has come from my church. Wow. And my dad was the mayor pro tem of my town almost 50 years ago. And it just shows that what the Lord anoints you to do, you can make it happen. Yes, sir. And when we invest in people in our community, we can make a difference. One other little vignette I want to share with you, because as a youngster, I didn't understand it. Back in the 40s, everybody didn't have a car. But we were blessed, we had a car. And we got to ride to church on Sunday. We had the only car on our street. But my daddy did something I couldn't understand then. If he saw somebody from our community walking on Sunday morning, he stopped and said, "Where you going?" Didn't make a difference where they said they were going. They suddenly were going to church. Whether they wanted to go to church, whether they were dressed or not. He said, "Get in. You're going to church." But the thing that I didn't understand as a child is that when the car got filled, we had to get out. My brothers and me, we had to get out and walk to church. And so I thought, I'm going to call my daddy's hand on this. That was a risky undertaking. But I was a risk taker as a child. And I got whips approved. But I said, "Daddy, this is our car. We ought to be able to ride in our car and let them get their own car." He said, "Son, you get to ride every day. And some of these kids don't get a chance to ride at all. And when they get a chance to ride, I want to ride in the church. Now get your tail out of the car." It took me a long time to understand that. Right? It took me a long time to understand that as a child. But now I know what my daddy was doing. He was investing in his community. And that's what this program is about today. Investing in our community. We didn't have any throwaway children in our community, and you don't have any in your community. And these are the kinds of things that we can do to improve the quality of life. Everybody won't understand. Some of them think you just lock them up and throw away the key. But they're going to get out sometime. And it might as well try some way to give them some principles and try to salvage people in their community. And I told Reverend Lockett, and this is my last vignette, I said, I had an invitation to go to an execution. Now that's the harshest penalty that can be exacted in our system of justice. A young man I had represented years ago as a juvenile had been convicted of an offense in Texas. And you know what happens in Texas when you get convicted. And he was sentenced to death. And 2 Texas Rangers showed up at my office and said, "We have a request that we want you to fill. And that is, we have a man who wants you to be one of the witnesses to his execution." Now that's a bitter pill to swallow. Bitter pill to swallow. And I chose not to do it because I thought the media would use that as a spectacle of my being there in an execution, although I had nothing to do with his sentence. I represented him as a juvenile when he was a young man. I declined that invitation. And then I got the second invitation. Is that since you can't come to my execution, will you come to my funeral? I accepted that invitation. And I spoke at his funeral. And I spoke about the young man I had known as a teenager. And that if the community had intervened early on, that execution would not have taken place.
Yes, sir.
And so that's what we have to do. We have to say we don't have any throwaway neighbors. And we must be willing to intervene at the earliest possible moment to salvage them. So I salute you, I pay homage to you, and to this community, for the judges, the preachers, the lay people who are working to salvage their community. I have a vested interest. The better job you do, the easier my job. And I'm looking to move on toward retirement and seeing more and more meetings like this, more and more programs like this. And from Ms. Tabitha and those who have worked on these kind of projects, I salute you and I applaud you, because this will be a better city, this will be a better state, and this will be a better nation. care enough to come out and invest in your neighbors. And thank you very much.